Hey, what's up? I'm HypeHype. I play games, make games, and everything in between. And today we're gonna be making a game like Roller Splat and Amaze super fast. Roller Splat, published by Voodoo, made by Neon Play, got millions of downloads, and then Crazy Labs copied the game and made something similar called Amaze, which was basically the same game mechanic. When it comes to hyper casual games, it is not possible to copyright a game mechanic, and that's how Amaze, which is very similar to Roller Splat, was able to be made, put onto the App Store, and also got millions of downloads. Today, I'm going to be using an app to make games called HypeHype. HypeHype is a dope app that lets you make and play games all on your phone, iPad, and even desktop browser. HypeHype is an app that is user content generated, meaning users like you and me make the games, play the games, remix games that are made by other players and users. It's in early access. Go to the website hypehype.com and select get early access, fill out the form, and then they will send you a link within 24 to 48 hours to download the app. One of the coolest things about HypeHype is the ability to remix any game in the app instantaneously by the click of a button. No longer do you have to build a game from scratch, find hundreds, thousands of games, remake that game in seconds. Vic91, who's got a game like Amaze and Roller Splat. This is the game we're going to remake. On top of that, we're going to change it up a little bit to add our own spin to it. It's called Light On. Let's remix this game. The first thing you want to do is hold down this button over here, which is the HypeHype logo. Also the remix button. I want to change a little bit up. I want to erase this little spot right there. Change the visual color from dark gray to kind of a dark pink. Go over here and change the background color to more of a darker blue. From here, we just select save. We can call it HypeC's Maze. Add some categories. Right now, we're going to do save as a draft, but when the game is finished, we can hit publish. Just like that, we have the beginnings of a new game. We could publish this game right now and it would be complete. I like to go in, make adjustments to any game that I remix. First thing you want to do is hit that logic on button to the left. It gives you a deeper insight into all the pieces making up this game. Here we can see we got some containers and it's got a bunch of component nodes. HypeHype is a no-code game solution. I don't know what all of these little pieces do. I'm still new to HypeHype. I'm still learning. And the fun thing is you don't need to know what all the things do. You just have to try not to break anything. So let's go ahead and hide that component and see what some of these are. So it looks like this is the painting object piece right here, this container. If we look into the character, we can see this character has a particle effect called paint. Inside the character, we can see this green little dot, which is a ball probably glued into it. We can see that there's a collision trigger or a blue collision trigger with a collision start variable output. These green cubes inside have a trigger collision looking for that blue object. When the object inside the main character touches these green cubes, the green cube then destroys itself. Let's take a look at this ball. This ball is an object, a dynamic ball, as opposed to a kinematic, and I'm not sure if there's like multiple objects inside this. There is a ball inside the ball. Very meta. That's kind of in these days. We got a particle effect in the white ball, and then the green ball inside the white ball has a collision trigger looking for the trigger group of blue, which then calls out a variable. Let's follow that variable red line to see where it goes, and it goes over here. This is the movement speed. That component checks the speed of the character. So here we can follow the green dotted lines, and we can see this one goes to a transform that controls how the object rotates. And this one goes to a force that controls the movement of that white ball. Here we have a value inspector. This monitors the speed along with the spawner. One of the great things about HypeHype is their wiki documentation. Here you can select the question mark, or you can go to wiki.hypehype.com and you can read up about all the nodes that make up HypeHype. One thing I want to check out in this game is what exactly these green dots do. I just have to guess they keep track of the completion progress goal, which is a pretty cool feature in this game. Since we're testing and just trying new things, I'm going to select a lot of the green cubes, delete them, and see what that does. To select multiple objects like this, you just tap and hold somewhere on the screen, and then you tap the object with the other hand. This will let you multi-select. If you're new to HypeHype, I have a video going over the beginnings of of the editor overview that I strongly recommend. It helps you figure out how to move and navigate around HypeHype with 2 fingers, and a bunch of other cool little tips. It looks like we got all of the cubes except for 3. So I'm gonna delete it and see if this messes with the completion. If it does, we should just be able to get these 3 and then have the game be over. If not, we're gonna have to play around some more. It looks like each cube is a single percent, and once you get 100, then the game gets complete. Let's hit the undo. Here we can see a vibration node. This utilizes haptic feedback, causing your phone to shake when the game is accessed. Here are the hand gestures for the swiping, causing the character to move left, right, up, or down. You don't need to know the exact detail of how everything works, but I do like to overview everything to familiarize myself more with HypeHype. Let's do some level design now that we have a better understanding of how the game works. The arrows indicate where the edges of the phone are, as we need to keep everything within these areas. The level is created by a tile map, and I'm just gonna go in and start erasing all this. This way we can start out with the blank canvas. Next, I'm going to delete all but a few of these green cubes. I can just duplicate them later and add them all over the map once the level is designed. A good tool to use is the area pick selection to the left. This is the side toolbar that you can customize on your own. Now that the map is cleared, let's start drawing in the maze. There's an infinite way to create the levels. You can plan ahead, draw out the levels on a sketchbook or post-it note, and then create those levels. This might be a good place to save this template so that we can use it in the future for creating multiple levels, because I'm going to want more than a single level. HypeHype makes it so easy to create multiple levels. Now that I've saved this as a test, exit, go into my profile, look at my drafts, and I can see it here. I can select it, and this test is more of a template. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this remix button. This will be level 1, and when I want to make level 2, level 3, I can go back to that template test and just duplicate it from there, creating for myself a blank canvas. Here, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be making, and I'm just kind of messing around, feeling out what looks cool and what could be fun. A lot of times I find the best plan is no plan, which doesn't sound like a plan unless you plan it. Let's go in and make sure we have 100 green cubes, and we can test it and see if everything is working. As I'm doing this, I am counting each cube in my mind one at a time. I think I lost count. I'm at 90 or 100. We might as well do some play testing right now. This is a good opportunity to see if there's any places that we cannot get to in the game and we need to adjust the map accordingly. So far, we're looking pretty good, and I spoke too soon. It's going to be difficult to get to this area right here, so we will have to reorganize the map accordingly. Oh wait, no, looks like we might be okay. Oh, going in here, adding one block here will solve the problem. And at this point, it's also good to try to monitor where we could add or take away blocks. We are at 85%. We need to add 15 more cubes, so let's get going. Now we should have 100. Let's play test again. While I'm testing, I'm looking for areas where I can improve the gameplay of this maze experience. Oh wait, we can actually get there by going this way. Well, that worked out amazing, so let's go ahead and save this. Oops, that's a bad thumbnail. Good way to set a thumbnail is hit the play button, and we can even complete the maze a little bit. Go over to the side and then select thumbnail. You're gonna wanna do it in a portrait view, just like that. Hit save, and we can call this Hype sees a maze level 1. We're gonna have it set to unlisted and do publish remix. That is done. We're gonna go back to here. We go to our template, hit that remix button, and now we know what to do. Build out the levels, make sure we have 100 invisible green cubes. And so yeah, let's get going. Now I'm just going to test to see if there's any open gap areas in the level before I add the 99 cubes. I've discovered a couple of spots where there's some gaps, and that's based on where the character starts. Now I'm just going to fix those. it's important to do a lot of playtesting. If you find yourself not enjoying playtesting, then definitely look at trying to improve your game in certain ways so that when you playtest repeatedly, you can fix any issues where it's not fun. Now it looks good. Let's go add 97 more green blocks. And let's play test level 2. I got 100 invisible green cubes set up. Having other people playtest your game is also a great way to see where they get stuck and what improvements you can make. We got 99, missing 1. Level 2 is complete. Let's save it. Now we got the basic template. We're going to hit the remix again. Now this one's done, so let's save it. Take a thumbnail. Make sure that thumbnail is in portrait mode. If anyone is interested, I'll share links to that template so that anyone else can remake this amazing game using the template based off of Big Vic 91's original Hype. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm HypeC. Stay safe out there, and peace.